To make a great film, I believe you have to do three things really well. Tell a compelling story that is unpredictable, keeps the audience on the edge of their seat. You populate that story with really appealing and memorable characters, and put that story and those characters in a believable world. Believable for the story you're telling. Not realistic. We're not interested in reproducing reality. It's a believable world. So those three components are kind of the guiding structure of this exhibit. You see the development of the story through our storyboards. At Pixar, we developed the story on the written word, on the script, but just in the very beginning. And then we go into creating the storyboards of the story. It's like a comic book version of the story. And that's where our story is developed. You see lots of that artwork. It's very quick and very rough, but it tells the story. It's amazing. You know, when you know our films, you look up there and you go, oh, that's the movie. It's a fantastic. Developing the character design goes hand in hand with developing the story. And you see many, many versions of certain characters. We really do a tremendous amount of experimentation in this way. So it's very interesting. And we produce three-dimensional sculptures of our characters, because we always start with a two-dimensional drawing, but our final product is truly three-dimensional within the computer. And then the worlds that we create have to be so believable, and we do a tremendous amount of research for whatever worlds we're creating, but we want you to believe that these worlds exist on the final screen. So you will see some unbelievable art, landscape paintings, drawings, from tiny details, because in our world, computer animation, you get nothing for free. You can't go on location and shoot a computer animated film. Everything is created by the artists at Pixar. So you'll see artwork from all of those three categories in this exhibit. Take, here we go. Yep. Action. We're standing in front of a wall that has original artwork of some of the first designs of Buzz Lightyear and Woody from Toy Story. This drawing right here of Woody was when we first developed the look of Woody, that we said, yes, this is what we want Woody to look like. Prior to this, he looked like a ventriloquist dummy with kind of the slots on the sides, and it wasn't very attractive, so we decided to make him an old-fashioned doll that has a pull string voice box. And this one really, when I saw this, I said, this is the Woody that we want to create. Right next to it here is one of the first drawings of Buzz Lightyear. You can see this one is describing how his wings would work and open up. But this is really the origin of Woody and Buzz Lightyear. You step back just a little bit. So this is great, this drawing here. You can see it's just torn out of a piece of vellum. It is describing how, if you remember at the end of Toy Story, when Woody and Buzz Lightyear get on the RC car and they race to try to get on the moving van. It's one of the great action sequences at the climax of Toy Story, but this is one of the first drawings to sort of figure that out, because it was a challenge to fit them on the car. So it's exciting for me actually to come back and see these are the original drawings. And this is the origins of the characters from Toy Story, Buzz Lightyear and Woody. This is one of the inventions from Pixar. It is called a color script. We developed it on our first film, Toy Story, and we used it on every film since. Early in the development of the story, our production designers will take a look at the story, the entire story, and plan out the color and the lighting that will be used through the whole film. To us, color is emotion. It gives every scene an underlying emotion you can't describe in dialogue. And this is planned out. These are the color scripts for Toy Story 3. And the production designer, as you see, they're very, very rough. In fact, these are painted very small. These are blown up here. But it's amazing to sit back as a director and you can look at the emotional arcs through the entire film, because you feel it when you see the color. You feel it when you see the lighting. And this was never done in film production prior to Pixar. And we think we now cannot make a film without doing a color script. And they're absolutely beautiful. At the beginning of the development of every Pixar film is the story and the storyboard. These are original storyboard drawings from our first film, Toy Story. And this is one of my favorite sequences. It's the Army Man sequence. If you remember at the beginning when Woody sends down the little green Army men that we all had as kids down to set up a reconnaissance post to spy on the birthday party to see what new toys are coming. And you see here, it illustrates in each drawing, you know, all the key components that we wanted to establish the Army men as being exactly what you thought they were as a child. They were not cheap little plastic toys. They were the finest military trained, you know, Army Special Operations officers that they were. And so, but we celebrated the fact that they were cheap toys with their feet still attached to the bases and all. And it's all established here. And these story drawings are designed to be read very instantly. You get what's going on. We always direct the audience's eye to exactly where we want you to be looking to tell the story. And these are some of the finest examples of storyboard drawings from Pixar.